to their lead. Rosas to add the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But listen, there's something that there got to be casualties at times.
First down there, but it's incomplete. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Rivers going to give to Gordon on the draw. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. On 3rd down, Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That goes for a gain of 31. About this first quarter for them throwing the football.
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
And shutting him off, now open field. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Giants. Saquon Barkley. What is going on here? 4 first-quarter touchdowns. Unbelievable. As his guys continue to pour it on. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So Rivers will lead the Chargers out 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he loses the football the second time. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown as his guys continue to put.
We just saw one of the benefits of a quarterback having mobility. Scrambled around, kept the play alive, and then found a receiver open downfield for a touchdown.
Rosas now to add the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. From the gun, Rivers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. That was DeAndre Baker that time who was able to break that one up. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you've got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Rivers. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They begin with a run by Barkley. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
There he goes left side. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 64 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
Rosas to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in his jacket out to him and keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On 2nd and 9, Rivers caught by Allen. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Allen's got it complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. The Charger first down. Rivers hooking up with Allen. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And he'll go right back to Allen. That's complete. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
After review of the play, the running on the field is reversed.
Oh, yeah. Let's go. Round 80. Check 55. Mike. Ready?
On first down, Gordon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Here we go.
Rivers, he leaves to Eckler on the draw. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Now penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And that last penalty makes his 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And New York set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A first down carry for Barkley. And some room to maneuver. And nothing but daylight ahead. Past the 20. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 77 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Well, I'm just not sure what more we can say about him after that one.
But we're certainly going to give it a try, aren't we? Because I believe we're watching greatness personified. It has not mattered all game long where they've handed him the football. He's taken it and found the end zone. He is so locked into that so-called zone, I don't think they're going to get him out of it in this one.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go. Let's go.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now Rivers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Rivers now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now Saquon Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 29 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. And partner, are you kidding me? With this game that he's having, we are in uncharted waters like we've never seen before.
Just think, if he keeps every football from all the touchdowns scored today, does he need to build a new trophy room at home?
Yeah. A couple trophy rooms. Maybe a whole home for trophy room.
What a phenomenal performance, and I'll guarantee you he's going to reward the rest of the offensive unit after this as well for helping him get to this number.
He better. This is just unreal. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing Rivers. And his throw is incomplete. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
We got 3. We got 3.
Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Now Rivers, he's got his man here. It's Green. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Flip 180. Round 80. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
On 2nd down, Eckler trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
390.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Rivers, complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And to the 49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the first.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. I'm sure he wanted to have a huge game, wants to have a huge game as the quarterback, but really on the ground, they've been very, very hard to stop. Maybe you just keep going to that well.
I think so, and isn't it funny how the definition of balance changes for us from game to game? Sometimes it's 50-50, run it, throw it. Sometimes it's just being a balanced running team in terms of who's carrying the football.
More than one guy.
Right, multiple guys out there, and now your guy back there has to throw it. Doesn't have to worry about it quite as much.
And they've got the lead here in the second quarter. Now it's Barkley, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
Oh, he's got the full package. He can spin, he can juke, he can make you miss, he can drop his shoulder on you. Some of that elusiveness we saw at Penn State has definitely translated to the NFL game. Saquon Barkley hit the proper buttons and turned him loose.
So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And another tackle broken. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a 1,000 total yards.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Rosas good with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken near the 13. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Phillip Rivers and his Chargers about ready to take over again. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. CD, with that incompletion, let's talk AFC playoff picture. I think you and I agree that if you put together any sort of power rankings, we'd put Baltimore #1, certainly in the AFC. But you look ahead to the playoffs getting started on January 4th. Who do you see as their main competitor for that Lamar Hunt trophy?
Well, tradition and us not wanting to be wrong dictates that we say New England next, and rightly so because of the number of Lombardi trophies they've won, how they've always played at this time of year. But the bottom line to me is the prime contenders right now for Baltimore, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes has got it together. The defense is playing better. And Buffalo really showed me something when they beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh on a Sunday night in Week 15.
Running on first down, Eckler. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, bounced right back on it, keeps possession. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. Rivers to throw it for Keenan Allen. That's complete. He's got daylight. The 20. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. Rivers to Allen on the hook up there. 44 yards. Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Rivers now. He's got his tight end complete. It's Green. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
I got you.
Rivers again. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And the pressure gets to him again. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal now brings up a decision on 4th down.
Badgley able to punch this one through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks. And they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And some room to roam now. 20. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 46 yards. As his guys continue to pour it on. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. so they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator, but my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
The busy night continues for Gordon as he gets it here. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. Yeah, they have had success on the ground, really as a team, doing well carrying the football. So maybe a little less pressure on his shoulders as the quarterback.
Any pressure he's carrying right now, that's self-inflicted, right? He's taking it on. He doesn't need to. Continue to do what you just said. Let everyone else carry the football. That's been effective. Don't have to worry about him throwing the ball in all the situations now. That's got to be a good feeling if he just relaxes and lets it keep coming to him.
Yeah, relax and enjoy the second quarter lead right now. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first. This quarterback now at 200 yards already in this first half, and he's not done yet. 1st and 10. They'll run with Barkley. Room here to run. Sheds off the tackle. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they... And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Punching it in from a yard away. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rivers. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Rivers. And this is going to be incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus...
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley. He flat out can't be stopped as his guys continue to pour it on.
When you know you've got a home run hitter on your side of the ball, and you know that he can score from anywhere on the field, it usually inspires the rest of the guys to do their jobs even better. That resulted in a lot of great blocks downfield because they knew if they gave him space, he could do exactly what he did, put the ball in the end zone.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So that one will be accepted.
Keep playing hard.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Operating from the gun. Rivers. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. To throw again on 2nd down. Rivers. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Again, it's Rivers. He completes it to Henry. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
3 bucks, 3 bucks, 3 bucks.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rivers. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. To throw, Rivers. Open man, it's Allen. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides have thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over. And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Still on his feet. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. A big play there, just just before halftime. 41 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. Touchdown, Giants. They've already been on record as saying, hey, if our rookie quarterback's going to tuck it and run on a scramble, we kind of hold our breath. Well, that was a maybe no, yes, as he's able to get into the end zone.
Are you saying he's got to learn where the line is about whether you keep your eyes down or you tuck it and go? And I think there's going to be some growing pains with that. I think in this case, he made the right decision.
And we know he's got the speed. He showed it there. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one, maybe not the hard-fought battle many had hoped for. This has been blowout city thus far, but still more football to be played. Who knows what could happen?
Rosas now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. The second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect.
And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery on Giants touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Tackle made by Antoine Bethea.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. To throw is Rivers. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Ty Long now as he's on to punt for L.A. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is brought in at the 21. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Still first down.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still first down.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still first down.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still first down.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game, offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Still first down.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game.
Still first down.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game, offense.
They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game, offense.
So a penalty that can frustrate a coach so much, a mental error,
Still first down.
and it'll back him up 5 yards. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
And they just did not get the snap away in time.
Still first down.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game, offense.
So offense moving a little too slow there, could not get set, and they get the penalty. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Play clock all the way to 0. Didn't get the snap off.
Still
5-yard penalty.
And you see the head coach writing that note on his play sheet right now. He's going to be addressing that with his staff. A sense of urgency, get to the line of scrimmage, snap the ball.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game, offense.
Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay.
Still first down.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay.
Still first down.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game, offense.
Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
On a delay of game there, they could not get the play off in time.
Frustrating for the head coach, frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game, offense.
And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay.
Still first down.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Not enough sense of urgency there. Play clock hits 0, 5-yard penalty.
Now, I like your point there. Not enough sense of urgency. People walking up to the line of scrimmage, you've got to get up there and get set and be ready to go.